Pat the producer, PatTheProducerBeats.com, man. Normally I don't do this, but I just felt compelled to do like a little public service announcement in my area, man. I stay in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's bike week, and it's just a lot of stuff going on since I can remember. That every year is always something going on to where they kind of deter some of the bikers and some of the traffic and some of the people who come down here to celebrate Bike Fest. They do certain little stuff, fuckery, if you will, that goes down that deters people from either not wanting to come down here or to get rid of the Bike Fest in Myrtle Beach altogether. Now, Bike Fest originated in Atlantic Beach, and over the past couple of years, maybe 5, 6, 7 years, whatever, some of the newer crowd, they attend Bike Fest, and instead of going to Atlantic Beach, where it's super duper congested, and Atlantic Beach is about that big or whatever, they come to Myrtle Beach, which is cool. But at the end of the day, man, it's caused some problems over the last couple of years. Last year there was a shooting, which I can kind of understand why, you know what I'm saying, like police be jumping all over this year because they're trying to prevent that. But this year, man, they administered this traffic loop, man. And I'm going to talk to you about this traffic loop because I just got home, man, and it's about 11:30, 11:45. And I've been going to Bike Fest in Myrtle Beach for about 4 or 5 years now. You know, and I ain't never came home at no 11:30. Normally it's about 2, 3, you know what I'm saying, depending on, you know, the situation. But this year, I'm home early. And it's kind of crazy because the fuckery and the stuff that go down or whatever to try to deter people from coming down here, whatever, has really caused a decline in attendance as far as Bike Week. Like, I went down there on 2 separate occasions. Once 7 o'clock this afternoon and about 10 o'clock tonight. About 10:15. And an hour or so later, man, I'm back at the house only because I go down there, man, and it ain't no bikes. All the bikers have realized that Myrtle Beach has administered this crazy ass traffic loop or whatever, and they done found ways or whatever to get around the traffic loop. So there are no bikes or very little bikes on the boulevard. And on top of that, like, there are no, you know, exotic cars, man. That was one of the main reasonings of why I came down there in the first damn place. Whatever to really, you know, see the cars, take pictures of the cars, you know, yeah. And then you got the bikes, and, you know, you got females down there and females on the bikes or whatever. They showing off the bikes or whatever. But, you know, that's here nor there, man. Like, people come down there to try to have a good time, and they can't even have a good time because they so worried about the police and, you know, just what the city is trying to do or whatever to weed out Bike Fest in Myrtle Beach altogether. And this traffic loop, I guess it was supposed to help the traffic, or it was supposed to make the ride or the drive or whatever it is a little bit smoother when it comes down to the boulevard, a little more accessible to, you know, something like emergency vehicles and police and stuff like that. But this traffic loop has it caused more traffic than it did, you know, to try to smooth out the traffic. Like, and not only did it hurt or cripple the bikers or the people who come down and spend good money to come and attend Bike Fest in Myrtle Beach, but it crippled the local public, the people who stay here, like myself, man, to where, you know, if we wanted to go somewhere, do something at night, we can't even take roads or exits or, you know what I'm saying, like, that we would normally take to get there in a timely manner. Now, the traffic loop only crippled the folk who didn't stay in Myrtle Beach. Now, if you stay here and you know the roads, then you straight, because you really know, you know, a side street or 2 other streets you could take, 2 other ways you could take to get from point A to point B. But if you're from out of town, which a lot of folk are from out of town, you doing U-turns, you know what I'm saying, you got police, you know what I'm saying, like blocking off certain roads to where you can't, access those roads, or they're one-way roads. And it's really bad, man. And it's because it's going on tonight. A lot of people, it's going to deter a lot of people from coming down here next year. So either one or two things is about to happen, man. Either people going to boycott Myrtle Beach and not come back here next year, excuse me, or everybody's just going to be in Atlantic Beach. And I got a couple kinfolk up in Atlantic Beach, and they ain't coming back this way because of the fuckery. And I don't blame them. But I what I do know, I mean, this is just local politics, man. They got like a little music festival happening in the next couple weeks, and I'm sure there won't be a traffic loop then, but it's a traffic loop now. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, at the end of the day, man, like, it is what it is. If that's what they want to do and they think that it's going to help out, then it is what it is. But I mean, I'm sure the analytics is definitely going to come out from the sales and the amount of people that, normally come down here on a regular or yearly basis around this time of the year, that, what I'm saying, there has been a decline simply because of the fuckery. Like, this year is a traffic loop. A couple years ago, it was the helmet law. A couple years before that, like, it was a simple, noise ordinance, like, and, every year or every couple of years, it's always something different. Now, I do understand the tragedy that happened last year. It shouldn't have never happened or whatever, and it was somewhat tied to Bike Fest in Myrtle Beach or whatever, and we definitely do have to stop that, and I do agree with that. I'm saying? It should not come down to somebody losing their life. Everybody come down here to have a good time, but you got, that 1% that come down here on some fuck shit. But at the end of the day, man, I live here. I've been living here for about 10 years, a little over 10 years now, like, and, I look forward to the Bike Fest is simply because of, the out of towners, the cars, the bikes, the festivities and what have you. But if this keep going on, man, Bike Fest is slowly gonna dwindle away to the point to where ain't nothing gonna be going on down here Memorial Day weekend. So, but yeah, man, I'm just going here to get off my soapbox. I normally don't do this, man. It is just a public service announcement for what's going on down here. I driving all the way home, I just felt compelled to put something out there or whatever about what's going on here so that folk will know. But at the end of the day, hopefully, like, something will shake. Either we'll just boycott this motherfucker all the way around, or we'll just go ahead and just pack everybody up in Atlanta Beach, or we'll go to Virginia, and because they have a bike fest up there, or we'll go to Miami because they have a bike fest down there. But at the end of the day, folk in Myrtle Beach will be losing money, and I'm sure they'll compensate for that in some way, shape, or form. But I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. Pat the Producer, PatTheProducerBeats.com, man. If you're out there on the boulevard, man, I hope you get home safely. But at the end of the day, man, this is really what's going down, and I'm sure we'll hear a lot of stories over the next couple days. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace.